The invading commanders believed the fight was already decided. The planet's defenses were broken and fear had spread everywhere. When they detected new ships entering the system, they assumed it would change nothing. They thought it was a small rescue group or weak allies arriving too late. They were wrong. The humans' fleet did not hesitate. It moved forward with purpose, straight towards the battlefield. Enemy ships opened the fire as soon as the human came within range. Space lit up with a weapon and explosion. Still, the human ships did not turn away. Their hulls were strong, built to survive extreme conditions. Even when hit, they stayed in formation and kept moving. This shocked the invaders. No warning was sent by humans. They did not shout or boast. They simply placed themselves between the enemy and the planet, taking the damage mean for the cities below. Inside the human ships, everything was calm. Voices over communication channels were clear. Orders were given without panic. Pilots adjusted position with focus and skill. Medical teams prepared for the wounded before the first casualties were even reported. To the humans, this was not confusion, it was duty. Their first goal was not to destroy the enemy, it was to protect life. Large human vessels released smaller ships designed for rescue. These ships rushed towards the planet, flying through dangerous fire zones. Humans warships surrounded them, using their own bodies as shield. Missiles and energy beams struck human ship again and again, but they did not move away. They held their position so others could pass safely. When the invaders realized what the humans were doing, they tried to break through. That was when the humans fought back. Human weapons were powerful, but they were also controlled. Enemy command ships were targeted first, leaving entire fleets without leaders. Communication systems were disabled, causing confusion and fear among invading forces. Human pilots moved in close, fighting at distances most species avoided. They trusted their ships and their training, and it showed. Soon fighting reached the planet's surface. Human soldiers landed in burning cities. Smoke filled the air. Buildings were damaged and unstable, yet the soldiers did not hesitate. Some pushed forward to fight enemy troops directly, cleaning streets and protecting evacuation routes. Others helped civilians, lifting the injured, guiding families to safety, and calming those who were too frightened to move. The invaders were stunned. They had never seen soldiers behave this way. Most armies focused on winning, humans focused on saving lives. Human casualties increased, medics worked without rest, reports of losses came in constantly. Still, no retreat order was given. Every time the invaders sent reinforcement, the humans adjusted and held their ground. Their determination seemed endless. By the sixth day, the invaders began to understand the truth. This battle was no longer worth of cost. They were losing ships faster than expected. Their troops were tired and disorganized. Most frightening of all, the humans showed no sign of giving up. The more they were pushed, the stronger they seemed to become. Finally, the order of retreat was given. Enemy ships pulled back, leaving damaged vessels behind. Some tried to send warnings or threats, but the humans did not answer. They did not chase to retreating forces far. Revenge was never their goal, protection was. When the fighting stopped, silence filled spaces. The planet was wounded but alive. Cities were damaged but standing. Millions of lives had been saved. For the first time in many days, the skies were quiet and clear. The alien leaders struggled to understand what had happened. They met with humans commanders and offered everything they had: resources, territory, permanent alliances. They believed such payment was expected. That was how things worked in the galaxy. The humans refused. They accepted no land, no power, no riches. They asked only for permission to help rebuild until the planet could stand on its own again. News of the battle spread quickly across the stars. Military councils studied recording of the fight. All threat charts were rewritten. Emergency communication bands that had been ignored for centuries were monitored again. The most frightening detail was not humans' strength, it was their reason. Humans had gained nothing. They fought because someone asked for help. Predatory empires quietly changed their plan. Weak words no longer seemed their easy targets. There was now a chance that humans might hear the call, and if they did, they would answer. If you enjoy this, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching.